Somebody's waiting for us already. The person has gone.
We're live.
Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of the Afrobeats News Update. I'm here with the lovely, special, beautiful DJ Lori. Her name is Chief of Lagos. Welcome back. Well, Lori, can you just give us a quick introduction about yourself and who you are? Let the people know.
Hi, my name is Lori. I'm Chief of Lagos. Friend, favorite friend.
Okay, favorite. Okay.
I went through the entertainment industry, funny enough, and I DJ as well. I'm a DJ. I've been DJing for the past month publicly, and I have an enthusiasm for entertainment, so it makes me the perfect guest. I'm looking forward to discussing a lot of hot topics in this episode, so stay tuned. Nice.
Speaking of hot topics, we have a lot of them to get into in this episode. Lori, thank you for the lovely introduction. And we have a couple of topics we need to get. I think lovely Lori, everything's just rambling up in my head. But we have a couple of topics we need to get into in this episode. First one, Yhemo versus skit makers. We're going to look into that. Yhemo has been causing trouble recently, talking about him making more money than all the skit makers combined and things of that nature. We'll look into that. Mr. Jollof saga continues. Mr. Jollof versus Wizkid continues. The saga continues, but this time it's on a. I think it's ended on a positive note. He has issued an apology, and we're going to look into that and react to that briefly. Thames got her first Oscar nomination. Rema became the first African artist with highest Spotify monthly listeners. But we'll look into that. And then Sound City MVP award. TG Murray had a few things to say. So yeah, me and Lori are going to look into some of these topics that I've talked about. Lori is a great enthusiast of Afrobeats, an Afrobeat DJ in London. We're going to also talk about her DJ career, challenges she's faced and things of that nature, and then what excites her about the profession. We're going to go into all of that on this episode of the Afrobeats News Updates. Well, yeah, welcome again. And so without further ado, can we get into things?
Let's get into things.
Okay, good. So put something in the chat if you can see me, if you can hear me properly, and let me know. The first thing. So we're starting hot with Yhemo and his statement about being a club promoter, how club promotion and party life is much more better than content creation on YouTube.
Okay.
Does it sound okay?
Yeah. Sure.
So we're going to react to the video now, then I'll allow you to give your takes on it and then what you think about like being a content creator versus being a nightlife entrepreneur. I mean, you know a few promoters in London. We worked with some of the promoters
Even
in London.
Even in
Lagos, exactly. So I think you have, and I have too, vantage point to give a say on this. But let's get into the video itself and let's see what Yhemo had to say. So this was Yhemo.
Because how you want to be, seen, or how you want to. I don't like the word fake, because for example, now this is not.
This is the beginning.
Wristwatch. This is an original wristwatch.
Sure.
Do you understand? But
yeah, they go see the real original. Let me just restart it. Okay.
Yhemo.
You like money. I already know. Like life is apart from it. It's okay, entertainment basically, but another aspect of entertainment that brings so much money is nightlife. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Those bottles are not cheap. So you have to.
Make a transition.
The sleep where they kill the water.
I did with you.
You're making. He's talking about nightlife now.
Before you do
yeah,
some skits,
there's a lack of sleep in nightlife, bro. I can speak from experience on that.
Right now. Yeah, like shade yourself from that shade.
Okay, guys. So people do say social media is not real.
It's not.
So I want to fact, but chill. For real?
Yes.
It's not real. So I want to ask this question here. This is a very simple question.
Bukoli.
Are you living a fake life or?
I didn't even think he was the one. Huh?
No.
I love him.
I don't.
Hold on. Social media is not real.
It's not real. I don't call it fake.
Back it up.
I call it
Shit, this is not what I'm
An illusion.
showcase
You think it's an
how
illusion?
you
I think
want
it's
to
fake.
be,
I think it's true.
You know, seen
So fake it
or
till
how
you
you
make
want to. I don't like the word fake.
So-
Because, for example, now this is not a fake wristwatch. This is an original wristwatch. Do you understand? But
Yeah, thank God, say, the way original. Ah, you guys
what you want to do is
influencers are
what you want to
flexing.
do is
Sit on the
what do you want
broken space.
what do you want to do. So now, if you notice, if you post a picture, you're wearing designers they know. When you tag, you're not putting the exact amount, but people make up random figures in their head. This guy is wearing 15 million. You're wearing just 6 million. Do you understand? Yes. So they are wearing 10 million, wearing 8 million. So I just feel it's not fake.
Yeah.
I want people to preserve me that way. I want them to see me that way. And is indirectly working for the brand. Some people might be living fake life, but I don't know. I don't know. You can't. I'm driving. Yes, now.
I feel like
If I'm
it's
living,
not-
I just feel.
Yemi, you said social media is fake.
I said it's
It's not real.
It's not, so are you like social media is not a real place? Is that what you are saying?
Okay, this is what I said. I said I do hear that social media is not real. So I there been
What
any
are they
point
going
in
on
time
about?
I see what they
fake
mean.
life or
And
you're
I will
living a fake
elaborate.
life?
You're saying
Real.
two different.
Opposite of real. This
No.
is real. But if you see where there are people that used to
Okay. That was longer than I anticipated. But basically, and I think that part we missed it a bit, but he said I make the money for your 10 skits in one night. He said it in between. It was a bit silent, but he said it. And then this was Kata Efe's response. I'm just gonna play his response for you now. But yeah. Kata Efe, always very passionate. But yeah.
Zest for the industry. Yemoli just open mouth. What did Yemoli go to talk for Cloud Africa? You dey talk say basically people they talk anyhow, but you go they talk say when we make before you make 7 skits, I'll make the money in the night. What did they do for night? You be up. Now just they look skit makers less. We comedian less. When I'm gonna make us, when I'm gonna look us down. What did they do? If you say that to the drive Lexus and you can say that to the drive Lexus and Jamu Fiber Kamaru. You say that now to the drive upgraded Kamaru. If they talk who get Kamaru for the industry,
Why he's reacting that way?
You're only not try him again. Not try him.
Not try
I
am.
collect for 7 videos. I collect 50K dollars. Don't play with me. If you don't know now, know now. If you don't know now. I mean, no for that, don't buy house. You where they talk, so you get how many house you don't buy? How many house you don't buy? They make person the vet.
Okay, so yeah. So basically, Yamoli said he makes more money from doesn't have time for content creation because nightlife has more money.
Yeah.
And Katafi is saying that no, content creators they make their own money and they do well for themselves. Like Yamoli doesn't know what he's talking about. So what do you think before I give my take on
First
it?
of all, yeah, did Yemoli compare how much he makes to how much him makers make?
Yeah, he
That's
said he
good,
makes.
because I didn't hear that.
Yeah, he said he makes more money. He said he makes in one night more than what they make in 7
In
skits.
7 skits. Okay, I think that maybe he might not have meant it that way, but I think that is kind of undermining how much hard work goes into what skit makers do you get.
Yeah.
Like how much hard work they put into their skits.
Yeah.
You know, and it comes up as like content because I'm
Yeah.
sure that it's not like easy work.
Yeah.
That's why I'm guessing he's so pained.
Yeah.
I don't know where that was coming from, if he was just using the whole skip maker thing as a medium of comparison,
Yeah.
or if it was because he had previous beef with the skip maker.
Yeah.
But now, right, in the entertainment, should I say, setting and scene, first of all, yeah, the whole entertainment, like, what's it called, industry, yeah, the nightlife, I'll say nightlife,
Yeah.
in Lagos especially, so your clubs, your bottle and blah, 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 they're all sponsored by people who make money in an illegal way.
Illegal way?
Very illegal, because you won't tell me. No, that's fact. And like, I think we had this conversation before. It's like sponsored by Yahoo Boys. I'm sorry, if this is for lack of better expression. Like, that's true.
Haram.
See, no, everyone that like.
But these are wild allegations that you're
They're not
stating.
wild. They're facts.
They are
The
facts.
people we
Okay.
tell, see, club owners themselves, we tell you that if these whole, I don't want to like label or anything, maybe I shouldn't say that word, but there's no point, you know, being modest about it. We all know, like, at least I know, they're all sponsored by people that make money in an illegal way, because you can't tell me that someone, even if you have a company that makes billions and everything, on a regular, we're talking about Lagos. Lagosians are people that party Monday to Monday. Like, there's no break. Like, on a weekday, you'll still be able to go to a club. Like, no jokes. So, in a city whereby such things are normal, you can't tell me that the person who makes money legally, right, through sweat or anything, whether it be by having a company that makes you millions of dollars or billions of dollars in a month, you won't do that regularly.
Yeah.
And then Lagos is like a thing where you have the same habitués that are always there, and I'm buying drinks.
Yeah.
That's how we afford to make 50K in a night. And I believe him.
You believe him?
I believe him. It's very, very doable and realistic. By commission, you bring this group of ballers and everything. Their clubs, they will take their own percentage. He will take his percentage, and he's taking his money by per commission. And the thing is, like, your hustle is hustle or whatever, but like, I see where he's coming from. Yeah. As well, because he's paying because yes, if he's paying because even by doing that in nightlife, they might also feel that they don't put in, like, Yhemo lead them, they won't put in as much hard work, you know, as they do. Like, now it's a medium of comparison. I don't want to compare, like...
Yeah, that is where I think Yhemo fucked up, actually.
Yeah, I don't think you should have.
At the end of the day, I believe him in terms of... I don't believe him in terms of him saying he makes more money than 7 skits. Like, he makes more money in a night than 7 skits. That's cap. That is cap. It's possible on some nights you can do that, but it's not a night-to-night basis. That's one. Plus, not all content creators, not all skit makers make the same amount of money. So, just saying that is just being condescending. So that I disagree with. But I know that he makes money from his nightlife. At the same time, two things can be true. Skit makers make their own money, and they are doing fine. Like, there's a lot of money in digital marketing. You know how much brands pay? You know how much brands pay to advertise?
For a post.
Exactly.
And they're creative about it. And us, we too, as consumers, we entertain that.
Exactly.
The amount of time we use watching those videos, sharing it, it's all like, it's them leveraging from it, so liking and everything.
He was only trying to prove a point, which many, and I understand that because I've also been a promoter in the past, and I've also worked with promoters in the past, and there's this shade people throw to promoters that they don't make money, that they're living fake life. So I think he was trying to defend that point of view.
I think there are levels.
A lot of promoters are defensive about the money they make.
Okay.
Like they carry themselves like they make a lot of money in general. Do you agree with that?
I think there are levels to promoters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say. I don't want to say names, but there are levels to promoters. Now anyone can call themselves a promoter. Yeah. Like, being a promoter is not by organizing parties, posting a flyer. You said, like, there's nothing there. So anyone can.
I don't think there's nothing there. People will come after you.
There's nothing there.
Because this is what promoters get defensive about. And like people minimize the jobs they do. And the same thing with scheme makers too. People minimize the jobs they do. And both of them are very tasking. And both of them, if done very well, can make you a lot of money.
But that's why I said there are levels.
Obviously, like in every other profession.
Yes, at some point, I was being called a promoter. Why? Because of posting flyers on my IG. Do you get? But I don't do as much work as you get. The OGs in the industry that have been doing. But I've been called a promoter, so I would understand where that comes from. But anyways, that's it. I mean, so there are I don't know about promoters that fake it, but as I said, there are levels. The one that are still at the bottom wouldn't be making as much money because it's not easy. Yes. This whole promotional business, like this whole entertainment and everything, like, you need to build a name for yourself, you know, to get to a point where you're actually enjoying your money, because there's so much expenditure into organizing events, into getting, like, it's so much money. So before you even break even and start seeing the profit, it may take time. And it can be a thing where at an event, you've made a profit, the next event you've made like a loss. So you need to like build that momentum whereby you know that, every weekend, like, I'm catching up. So that's why I'm saying there are some promoters in the industry that are established, whereby they are making passive income, or they are running like even different nights in like different countries. Do you get? And they might not even be there. So it takes time. So that's why I said there's levels to this promotional piece. So anyone can call themselves a promoter. That's my point.
Facts. And like you said, same thing with skit makers. There are levels of skit makers too, and there are levels in money skit makers. So like generally, comparison of money is childish. He could have made whatever point he wanted to make without
having to call out any profession whatsoever.
Yhemo, you fucked up. Tender your apology to Qatar as soon as possible. Speaking of apologies, though, you want to say something?
No.
Qatar,
Do you know that I used to see like the name of his handle like
Yeah.
on IG, but and I've never taken my time.
I hate
to
the
read
skit so
properly.
much.
No, to read
Have you watched the
properly
skit
his
before?
name. No.
I hate the skit
I
so
said,
much.
is this
They
not
are
the guy
so
that
annoying.
sang Mashallah?
Yeah, the one that's
I
the one that
thought
sang
he was just
Mashallah.
an
It
artist.
featured an artist that sang most of the parts, but it's the one that took the chorus.
Do we like it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, his skits are so annoying. But it makes banks and he does numbers, so I can't hit on him. So yeah, speaking of apologies, Mr. Jollof, after his whole saga with Wizkid last week, their whole back and forth, Mr. Jollof has finally come out with an apology after Wizkid ignored his previous video response to him. And we're just going to look at the apology now and then see what we think about it. So let's check the apology out. He said, as you all are aware, the Mr. Jollof platform over the years has been identified as a social critic in all spheres, saying it as it says with no intention to destroy anyone's reputation or source of income. My recent message towards Ayo Balogun Wizkid was born from a place of deep love for the artist, though not received in that manner, which led to an online outburst and banters. So there's the second page.
Oh wow.
Yeah, as in
Yeah.
I would like to reiterate that Mr. Jollof brand is one to support young entrepreneurs in capital letters for some reason, both growing and established. It is heartbreaking when the positive energy with which I render such support is regarded as inconsequential and downtrodden. I think that's a hidden jab to Wizkid. I, Freedom Ashekboyi, popularly known as Mr. Jollof, want to use this medium to sincerely apologize to Mr. Jollof audience in Nigeria and diaspora who are disappointed about the brouhaha. That's such a funny word. In the last 2 days on the social media space. Kindly pardon my emotions, love and light. So what do you think about the apology?
To be fair, I mean, he apologized.
Yeah.
It's very like easy to misinterpret people on social media. That was the video though. He said that thing through the video the first time, right?
Yeah.
I'm not too sure what I remember. Like he came up with an apology. I don't know if it's more to like save his brand or anything or save the country.
Yeah, I think that's the issue. Why is he apologizing now? Especially because Wizkid did not.
Maybe he was advised by his team.
Exactly.
There's like this whole entertainment thing is like so fake. It's like this is showbiz.
Yeah.
Like it's literally showbiz. So I'm not able to tell if this is genuine
Like,
or not. It's probably the best move to make.
Abi, because
especially-
at the end of the day, Wizkid has more influence in the industry.
Than Mr.
You're just
Jollof,
a promoter,
you know, like-
and like, if artists don't want to work with you because of Wizkid, then it's not. I think that's what it's trying to talk to other artists that, please, though, you guys still come and work with me. Forget what happened between me and Wizkid.
You think
Still come
so?
out. I think that's what's happening here. So, but yeah, and if you're always on, and you guys can check my episode last week talking about this, and my point was like, if you were going to come at Wizkid the way you came at Wizkid, stand your ground. Stand your ground. Like, if truly you believe the things you said, why are you coming out with an apology
Maybe
like this?
first of all, maybe he didn't think he was going to get a reaction off Wizkid. Maybe because Wizkid is very like nonchalant, like
Yeah, but still, like when you say things, like,
stand your ground, right?
Exactly.
He said that own it,
Own
kind
it.
of thing.
You get,
Maybe he
like-
could have even. Maybe this was unnecessary. I don't know, to be honest. He's probably just, as I said, I think he's trying to save his brand.
yes, it's obviously trying to save his brand, trying to make sure that his connection with other artists in the future continue, and his connection with other like marketing partners and things like that continue. Because, like I said, Wizkid's influence is at this point it's too large in the industry to say you want to beef someone like that.
But one other thing that is true is that people easily forget.
That's the thing about
The
it.
next few months, first of all, I didn't even know about it.
Exactly.
Like, I knew about it, but I didn't even
Pay
know
any
about the
attention.
apology. Like
Yeah.
I didn't see it as anything deep. So, and at the same time, if you have a good work rapport or if you're good at what you're doing,
Yeah.
people will come regardless. Like I
Facts.
understand they might be affiliated to Wizkid, but if they're loyal to you and you're good at your craft, who cares what you said? Like it was an opinion at the end of the day. So
So Laurie is basically saying to Mr. Jollof that he should be a man.
yes. She gets like maybe
Be a man, my G.
I don't know.
Stand your ground, stand
Stand
fit.
your ground.
Anyway, moving on, let's talk about more positive news. Enough of this drama. Afrobeats stays winning as Thames gets her first Oscar nomination. And I think the first African, no, not African, I'm not sure about Africa, but the first Nigerian with an Oscar nomination. For the song "Lift Me Up" on Black Panther album, what do you think about? Yeah,
Is it that song?
yeah, that song on Black Panther album.
Yeah,
Have you heard it?
Of course.
Yeah, I don't like
First
the
of
song. Do you
all,
like the song?
That she wrote the song, but
Yeah,
it was
she wrote
sung
the song.
by
Rihanna
Rihanna.
song. Yeah,
The song was. You could tell it's a Thames song.
yeah, yeah.
Maybe I would have preferred it if Thames herself sang it.
Me too.
You know?
Same.
But like, I love Thames.
You like them,
It's
yeah?
well deserved. She's great. An Oscar. That's huge.
That's crazy.
That's not even a Grammy. That's an
crazy.
Oscar.
And she's won a Grammy already. Now she's gonna win a Grammy and an Oscar. Just her third year of her career.
That's grace. I mean, it's talent with a sprinkle of grace.
My God.
It's great. I think it's very well deserved. She's great.
Do you think she's gonna go down as the best female musician
In what?
in Nigeria at all time?
Probably.
She's on that trajectory at least.
She is.
Yeah, like
She is.
Thames is bad, I can't lie. Like from the beginning I've been fucking with her and like her songs are amazing. I'm not surprised, you know, but I think the world is catching up to Afrobeat, and I think we're in that period now that anything Afrobeat, take.
Do you
give.
think she's a competition to the other females?
Abroad or
No,
abroad?
in Nigeria.
She has lapped all of them. There's no
Oh,
challenge.
even African bad girl.
Ooh, who's African bad girl?
Tiwa. No, but I don't want to say it.
I beg, I don't want to slander Tiwa. She has tried. She has tried, but her time is long gone.
Okay.
I have a beef with Tiwa because, like, my problem with Tiwa was that Tiwa was positioned to be our Beyonce.
Okay.
Tiwa was positioned to be the top girl in the industry, and she was to a degree. But I don't feel like she capitalized on it. Like,
Okay.
I feel like she could have done better. She could have released better songs that time. She could have. I mean, once in a while she came up with gems. Don't get me wrong, but like, see songs like "Somebody's Son" now, for example. See how good that song was. Why can't you release that level of quality every time you sing?
throughout, yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So one time you're singing very, very good, and then she did this
Fluctuate.
that inconsistency when she was at the top. Like, it led to her not being able to capitalize. Like, she could have been the one in this position now, winning all these awards and things like that. But like I said, she wasted the opportunity. So that's my own beef with Tiwa. But I know some other people love her. Like, some people, I like her too. Like, it's not like that. I like the song she features especially. I like Somebody's Song, like I said before. But I don't feel like Tiwa really used the opportunity.
Okay.
Because it's very hard, and you can speak to this as a female. It's very hard for a female to break into the internet and to like break out and to have your name out there. To be a lot of females are dying to be put in that position that Tiwa was put in.
Yeah.
And I don't think like she. What do you think about what I'm saying?
I agree.
Am I making sense?
You make sense. Yeah. I agree to an extent.
You agree to an extent.
Yeah, I agree.
What's the extent that you disagree with?
I wouldn't say I necessarily disagree. I think this might come from like a very biased.
You like her?
Because I really like to.
Yeah.
But I do feel I feel like at this point she can just use her influence to bring up like more.
Yeah, that's the
female
position
music.
she's
Yeah,
in
at
now.
this
It's
point,
like a D'banj, Two-Faced, Don Jazzy position.
Yep.
But like, it's sad that is the value she has now, because like I remember when Tiwa was that girl, African bad girl, like you called her.
But they still call her that.
I think, like I remember Thames is that girl now, and like a lot of the new female artists. Do you know Leah?
Yeah, it's
Leah
not like Avenge. No, that's Lilo something. Who's Leah? What song did she sing? That's
She has
bad
one
as
song,
a DJ.
Adura. Exactly, DJ Laurie. We'll get
No,
to
I probably do. Titles, no, but songs, yeah.
when you're booking her for show, just put that discount.
Stop!
See, I heard your team of Lagos podcast.
I probably do.
But yeah,
Okay.
there's some female artists now. I mean, Simi is still good. Like Simi, even
I
though
love
she's
Simi.
doing her own
Yeah,
thing
no.
somewhere else, but like as a whole, female musicians, there are a lot of female artists that are very talented and would have loved to be in the position that Tiwa was in, but like I said, she didn't capitalize on it. So yeah, that's my problem with her. Moving on anyway. In other lighter news, in other more positive news too, Africans keep on breaking records as Rema becomes the African. Why is it the African artist with the highest African artist on Spotify monthly listeners? Highest Spotify monthly listener as an African artist among all the African artists. Like, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, so with 35 million monthly listeners per month now.
Wait, so is
It's
that
higher than
more
Wizkid,
Burna
higher than
Boy?
David, or higher than Burna.
I know why though. It's probably like a temporary position.
Calm down. It's
Yeah,
called
go
Calm Down.
song. Yeah.
Calm Down with Selena Gomez.
Yeah, it was Selena Gomez. To be
Yes.
specific, I think
200 million streams now.
that song is whack. That remix is whack.
It's whack.
But I think it was a marketing strategy, and they achieved whatever they wanted to. They achieved the numbers. They got the numbers.
Yeah.
Selena Gomez, what? She's like a huge international. She's not even been singing that much, but she has the following. She has the fan base. She has like she's well known to. That's probably why.
Yeah.
But Rema is good though. Rema is good.
Yeah, and this is just strategic positioning. This is good marketing. This
good
is.
marketing.
We're not saying this does not imply that it's the best musician in the country at the moment. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah. I
But
think it's more like-
okay, so let me ask you this question: for his generation, do you think he's the best?
So basically Gen Z,
Rema,
So,
Fireboy,
99
Omale.
1997.
No, I won't say Gen Z because that's not how we can. It's not really
This
by their
generation,
age.
so like this
It's
last,
this last wave of
wave.
artists that just came up.
if he's the best,
Yeah.
see, yeah, but the best based on what? The best. Personally, to me, I don't think he's the best.
Who do you think is better?
I really like Fireboy,
Fireboy.
but
over
at the
Rema.
same time, these are two different type of artists. Like I don't like to compare. Like
Okay.
I actually don't like to.
You had no
compare.
problem shouting about Burna Boy over
Same
Wizkid
thing.
before the show.
Listen, about that, and I said it clearly. I don't like to compare them. I feel like they're all good in.
Cap,
they are
he's capping.
No, wait. But there are certain things that you need to be objective about, right? And I give you that example. You can't see something that is green and say it's red, literally. So but in terms of. Rema, Fireboy, who else? Joe Boy, Oxlade, Omale, Ashake. Who else came out lately? Shay Vibes,
Yeah.
Black
Trash, oh, okay.
Bones. Huh?
Trash, but okay. Shay Vibes.
Shay Vibes trash.
Mid.
Shay Vibes is good, but he's on a different wave.
It's a bit mid.
Like, anyways,
I don't
that's
see the
the story.
hype.
He's good.
Okay.
He's good, but he's on a different way. Like, not everyone will like him.
Would you?
Buju.
So who is the best? You're just giving me
That's
political
what I'm
answers here.
saying. I don't believe there is the best.
But you
Best-
believe Burna Boy is
but
better than
best
Wizkid?
based on
Are you
what?
seeing this double standard?
It's not a
When it's time
double
to
standard.
when it's time to slander
See,
Wizkid,
listen,
people chests are like
stop. Wait, so you've asked me. Now these are two different type of questions. You're asking me if he's the best of his generation.
You believe Burna Boy is the best of his generation? Yes or no? Among Burna, Davido, and
Listen,
Wizkid,
I think Burna Boy is raw talent.
so you think he's the best?
He's really talented, and his music.
Yeah.
Do you get? His
Touches your
music
soul.
is beyond music. Do you get? Like, his music is just like on a different.
Fine, Laurie. Before you go on that
Thank you.
monologue, but my own problem is that you believe that Burna Boy is the best of his generation, so you don't have a problem with comparison. If comparison is your problem,
Listen, but Burna Boy has been.
so
around
for Rema's
longer.
generation,
Burna Boy has
who
been
would you
around for-
pick someone? If you had to pick someone, who the hell they gun to your head? Who is the best among all those names you
they're
mentioned? Among
really,
Rema,
really
Atake,
good.
Buju,
Listen,
Fireboy,
but-
who is your best?
With Burna Boy, it's easy because it's like you're comparing the three goats: Burna Boy, Wizkid, and Davido.
Yeah.
But now with Rema,
Of their
there's
generation,
so many of
not
them.
quotes of Afrobeats.
The-
of their
no.
generation.
You said three of them. We're talking about three of them.
For their generation.
We're not saying their generation. We're talking about.
You said
three of
goats
them.
like they're the greatest of all time. They still Fela Kuti,
I
Juba.
don't know. I mean, like, no, between them now, like,
Okay,
through
yeah,
them. Do you get like the three contemporary like good? Do you get what I'm trying to say?
By the way, let us know in the chat. Who do you think is the best of that? Okay, I can see 5 of you that are viewing this now. Let me know in the chat. Who is the best in Rema's generation? Because Laurie is just giving me political
I
answers.
think
here.
it's the best. I think they're all great. I think they're all good in different ways. They're really all good.
So you're not going to choose the best?
Nope.
Okay, for me, I think I used to think Rema was the best in their generation,
But
Ashake, since this current Ashake's wave, I've been like,
but that's the same thing. Can you even like compare? Because like
I mean,
It's
but you have to give
different.
it. See, it's just like the awards now. You have to give an artist of the year. In order to give that artist of the year, you have to compare all of the artists across different genres. So it's the same way you have to choose a goat no matter what at the end of the day. Same with footballer. In
I'm joking,
football.
maybe Ashake. I forgot about Ashake.
You forgot?
I love Ashake. I'm like an Ashake soldier.
So, but let's keep watching. Let's keep seeing what they put out, and then in 5-6 years we'll be like at the beginning. For example, Burna Boy was nowhere near Davido and Wizkid when they all first started their careers.
But that's not because he wasn't great. That's because
your Burna Boy love is deep.
it's like, anyways, let's move on.
Yeah, but I was just trying to make a point. It's because it didn't like start as good as they started. Like they started.
No, it's not a matter of starting as good as they started.
It
They
didn't
had
release
different...
as much.
No.
Then what was the issue?
First of all,
Yeah.
it was that like exposure. I don't think he had.
Okay, he didn't have the exposure. None of them.
And no.
None of them.
Burna
Davido was
Boy,
not signed to
no. Burna Boy.
There was the exposure.
No. Burna Boy was different from day one. Like his
Yeah,
music was different. From
I'm
day
not saying
one.
I didn't
And
like
it wasn't something that
I'm
Nigerian
saying he
people
wasn't on the level of
appreciated.
Davido and Wizkid when they all started.
What do you mean by on the level?
In terms of fan recognition.
Oh,
That's what I'm talking about.
But why?
Why?
Exactly,
His
look at
music
what
did
I
not carry
said.
him to that level. That's why. Because all of them, because their music that carried
his
them.
music wasn't good.
The one made fans recognize.
First of
Davido-
all, people only started recognizing Burna Boy in 2019.
Yeah.
When did anybody come out? Yeah, when he was like singing.
It was
like,
because of year that people started recognizing the
so that's
Burna Boy.
2017.
No, it was 2019.
No, year didn't come out in 2019.
Yeah, it took a while before it
It
blew
was
up.
2018. I'll be 17.
It was 2017. I can't remember now.
No, year wasn't 2019.
No, it's not about when Ye came out.
No, I'm
Because
trying to
when
make a point.
Kanye West albums came out, so people were now searching for Kanye West's album, and then they were finding Ye.
Yeah, Burna
So that was the
Boy.
whole story behind Burna Boy blowing up.
But my point is, but when Nigerians now start, this was more like an
So
international.
international audience started fucking with him
Yeah.
first before Nigerian audience. started
Thank
fucking
you.
with him. Yes,
But
exactly.
why? Why? Don't you know there was like a whole thing, like Burna Boy had an whole issue, even with like the headies and everything. There was like a
Yes,
whole
because
thing
his
that
type of
happened.
music was not.
Thank you.
People
He
are
never
not-
really got appreciated until
Yes.
2019. Then when he released Anybody, all those songs
Yeah.
that were really targeted at the Nigerian audience, and that's what
Yeah.
people.
But you know, he
started
changed the
to
sound
hate.
to a bit after that.
He did,
When he
that's
saw
what
the
I'm saying.
success of Ye, he changed the sound a bit.
I know.
Then it not really exploded when he collaborated with Zlatan for Killing Them. That was when it was not like
That's
okay.
true.
So
Thank
even Burna Boy had to change his sound a little bit.
But for
people to
Nigerians,
recognize.
listen,
For Nigerians to recognize.
Nigerians can be very close-minded when it comes to music. No, when it comes
I
to
agree
music,
with that. I agree with that.
They all want the same upbeat, like up-tempo music.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? They
Yep.
don't vibe to it. So of course you need to adapt.
Yeah.
You know,
Facts.
music is like business at the end of the day. Like you need to respond to your market. You know.
So at the end of the day, Laurie successfully dodged the question. She didn't answer who she thinks. Well, Ashake or Rema are the two candidates. I think Fireboy is a close.
No,
It's
Fireboy.
good. Like I said, I attended Fireboy's concert in London, and I was surprised at how good he can perform. Like I was surprised. Like I knew his songs were good, but like seeing him perform, like it's different. Like it's different. Like it's
I think I've ever
the way he controlled the stage, the way even his choreography with his dancers, like everything, like feels like
I watched videos.
And how many? Just the number of hits that he has.
I know.
The number of
God.
songs that I could sing, that everybody could sing along, was amazing.
No.
It was the same surprise when I saw Omale perform at Wireless. Like you,
Apparently he wasn't great. Apparently he's not a good performer.
he's not a good performer, but the fact that everybody was singing his songs word for word,
yeah.
like 6-7 songs in a row.
Word
I was
for
like,
word.
is it this big, that kind of thing? But when you dip it, you know how many songs Omale has that's gone number 1?
I know,
That's
yeah.
So like. Is it like all these kind of things? You won't dip the how far Afrobeat is really going until you see it live, and then you see what you look around and see why people bop into it.
Reaction.
Like I went for CK concert too, same thing. I looked around, we were the only black people in the front row.
Are you serious?
Everybody was white because of TikTok and Love Wanted it. So
Do you know that I don't know if I like the fact that Afrobeats is becoming so mainstream.
why? This is controversial. I like it. This is spicy.
It's great.
Let me know why. Why do you like it?
People might pick it up the wrong way.
Okay.
But like, I don't know. Like for example, yeah. I went to Burna's show, right?
Yeah.
In 20, I can't remember, but I went to like another show years later, right? And that was after the whole boom of, I can't remember, but he had gained a widespread audience. I can't remember what song
Okay,
had
it's first
come out.
O2 show.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. So it was first at Wembley,
Yeah.
and then the next one was at the O2, right?
Yeah.
And you could see the difference because
Yeah.
I kept on saying the crowd was so dead.
Yeah.
The crowd was so dead, but why? There was like a high percentage of a Caucasian. I could tell like the crowd is dead, and that specific group, social group, right? Only kept on
Is that Caucasian?
only kept on reacting to like these 2-3 hit songs that had jiggered.
Yeah.
You know, have become really commercial.
Same thing at the CK concert. Like,
Really? So I don't know if I like that because that Wembley concert, the energy, I think that was after anybody killing them and everything. It was so, and obviously that's still, you know, it was mainly Nigerians and all. Obviously, you still.
that's actually a very good angle. This angle you're taking it
and
from,
I'm like, these people that are just coming for the two hits, they're not even the OG, they're not even the OG fans that have been listening to Burna Boy since Like to Party, that have been listening to Burna Boy since his first album, and I'm like, why are you guys even here? Do you get it? So I don't appreciate the fans that only come for the TikTok hype. I'm sorry.
But that point is kind of different from in terms of like the spread of Afrobeats, because I thought that's what you're talking
But
about.
that's something. I love the fact that Afrobeats is becoming so widespread. Like,
Because it's
even
good for
me,
everyone. It's good for the artists.
it's great.
good for
Listen, even me, like with my background, like I was born in Italy and everything, where everyone is close-minded, and you know that was even Afrobeats at the time. Like it was, no one knew about that, but I was such an advocate for the culture that like I would be during like breaks and everything, I would be playing my music and let everyone know that, oh, this is Nigerian music. So it's beautiful to see that people now go out of their way, people that are not necessarily Nigerian, like people all over the world go out of their way to play Afrobeats.
Yeah,
like,
it's beautiful.
Great.
It's beautiful.
But at the same time, there's also that angle that I'm like, anyways, that's something I had to share.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I like the angle you brought. The TikTok thing is quite annoying. Like, when I went for CK's concert, like I said before, like it was so annoying. Like CK just released an album. His past album too was very good, and he was performing all these songs, and they were just looking, like staring. It was just dead.
Yeah.
And then Love Wanted came out.
Of course. Like,
Word for word, like it was. So like for me, it's just a bit. I don't like that part of it, but I like the part that like shows are getting filled up, artists are getting paid.
I mean, it's great. Like
everybody's making money. The parties are getting packed. Like it's good, but I think that happens with every artist. Like, do you listen to Show Them Camp?
I do to an extent. Yeah.
Show Them Camp, for example, is like they were underground artists for a long period of time.
Yeah.
And then anytime you go to one of a Show Them Camp show, like you can tell it's a community. Like it feels like a big family. Yeah. And then they blew up. They became kind of mainstream. They blew up a bit after some years in the game. And then you go for their concert and you see people that only know one song or two songs or something like that. So it happens with every kind of.
I know, but
you have to root for the artists because these artists.
It's good for them. Exactly, it's good for them. But
So
I mean,
same thing happened with J. Cole fans abroad. J. Cole fans, people they had a small set of people that were listening to J. Cole, and then J. Cole blew up and became mainstream, and then everybody was like, "Where were you guys when?" So it always happens. So we just have to take it.
It's good for them.
It's good for them.
Good for the industry. So how are we to complain?
Yeah. So last things on our headlines before we get into the new music and some other things. Sound City MVP Awards came up, but it did not come up without its controversy, as with all things Nigeria. So the positive news about it though, Ashake, who had a phenomenal year, just gonna show you about that briefly. Let's start. Ashake, who had a phenomenal year, was nominated for 6 Sound City MVP awards, which I think is deserved. It was nominated for Artist of the Year, Viewers Choice Award, Video of the Year, Bandana. Yeah, he had a couple of nominations that were really good. Feel free to go through them in your own time. But apart from that, though, TJ Omori had something to say about the Video of the Year, because for the Video of the Year, they put the artists' names instead of the video directors.
Oh.
Yeah, so he released this statement. You guys cannot see, but I'll read it out for you. Over the years, directors have been kicked out of the system and denied their moral and sometimes economical rights. This is an example. When one of the biggest awards at Sound City Africa at Sound City MVP, hosted by a TV channel, celebrating MVP has chosen to discredit the director's hard work and creativity in contributing to the culture of African music. It's a shame that in 2023, music video directors have to beg and clamor for recognition and awards for their input in growing the arts. A lot of directors have run back because they fear to be blacklisted or not getting played on these TV stations for speaking out. It's sad that this is even a conversation, but want you all to see beyond the awards and understand how society has robbed and disregarded creatives over the years. Video of the year should never be credited to the artist alone. Please fix this. So, what do you think about this?
I think he's right.
Yes, fact. This was a big error.
Good. Like, and I hope that Sound City and other big I say Sound City. Is it Sound City?
Yeah, Sound City.
Yeah, and the other like award houses fix up because there's a lot of hard work that goes into directing videos and everything.
Shout out to TJ Amori. Had a very good year. Had a very, very good year.
I know.
You know, you liked his videos?
He's great.
Yeah.
Did you?
Bandana was epic.
I think Bandana was like the best.
You didn't like the video?
No. I mean, the song itself is like the best featuring of 2022.
Yeah, it was nominated for a couple of. Yeah, I think he also won best collab on that.
Best collab, yeah, that's the. In my opinion,
it was a very good song. The way they go together,
and it's so in sync. Like I never thought, wow, best song. That song, I think that song is more than a song to me.
The Peace Be Unto You video was also very, very good.
Yeah, the Terminator,
all the videos,
they're great.
That Jollof video in LA, man, that video was sick,
the color schemes, everything, the quality of the videos, the definite, it's top notch.
Yes, TJ Amari deserves his respect. So Sound City, fix up. You can't be having all these issues in 2023. So yeah, moving on again. So before we react to new music, there was a girl that came out on social media talking about club culture, and for the club culture, you've been to the clubs in London. So I'm talking about club culture in London, actually, not in Lagos. In Lagos, we know the clubs are banging as well. You just went to Lagos recently, so you know much more about that than I do. But anyway, she was talking about club culture in London, and she said a few things that I think that we might have some things to say on it. So let me just play for you guys. Very interesting video. Just give me a second.
Changing, or maybe I'm just changing because everything I used to think I wanted or I thought was cool, it doesn't feel good anymore. Baby, for one, the club culture is dead. Until y'all bring back dance floors, I will not be attending. That whole pop bottles, fuck the club up culture, sections culture, it's not natural. Because by having all these sections, you are forcing people to operate in their ego. And for me, that does not feel natural. We just standing around staring at each other. Who got the biggest chain? Who popping the most bottles? Everybody's operating in their ego, in the evil eye. And this is why I'm like, I had to leave. Because I can no longer deny who I am, and I can't keep humbling myself to be in these spaces that don't feel like love. It didn't feel natural. It didn't feel good.
I like the song playing in the background.
So if you create with love,
90s vibes.
if you are authentic, if you create with integrity, baby, please keep doing that shit. Because that old way of doing shit does not feel good. If it's not love, I don't want it. I just think times are changing.
This is not club culture in London. This is club culture
in America. But I think you relate to London.
Yeah, you can relate to London.
Yeah,
you can relate to Lagos as well.
We're talking about the whole section. Even in Lagos, globally,
it's
a global thing.
I agree with her, but at the same time, I'd say there's levels to clubs. I think if you want to go to a club where you know you just want to dance throughout, you should know what club you want.
Which club is like that in Afrobeats in London?
I don't want to say names, but there are. No, I will not.
Why?
There are.
Name one.
Just Afrobeat club.
But this is a positive. That is just a dance floor. Name that doesn't have tables.
There are tables, but it's not just focused on you buying bottles. Like
Which club?
There will still be you can still be able to comfortably dance, and at the same time on the side.
The problem is not the dancing.
Bottles. Yeah,
the problem is the section. The problem is the sectioning, and it's something I've really never agreed with. There's a reason why you have more fun. I don't know. Well, let me not speak for everyone, but doesn't, for example, festivals feel better than clubs?
I don't like festivals.
You don't like festivals?
But I understand.
Like an Afro Nation, for example, doesn't that feel better than a club?
It depends what club.
It depends on what club.
It depends, and as you're going to a club, are you going to the club? Are you going to sit on a table, or are you going to be on the dance floor
This
throughout?
is the problem, and this is what you just said now is the problem
Is-
because
and it's-
it shouldn't be like that, and that's what the girl was trying to say.
No,
like,
but see, at the end of the day, these clubs, they're not like businesses.
yeah.
And see, I understand.
Have you been to an Amapiano party?
Yeah,
Yes.
everybody's just dancing. But as you said, I'm a piano party.
Yeah.
One of these are events.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? If you're going to a club like an LA Lounge or anything,
Yeah.
these are clubs that are running every
Finally, she has said the
weekend.
name.
No, it's an example. Just think like an LA Lounge. Like,
LA Lounge, are calling you out.
in London. Like an LA Lounge, these are clubs same as
Yeah.
Maid Lounge, same as your Coco Cure, your
Okay, I
Tape,
get
your
you
Rain, your
political now.
Libertine.
Okay.
These are clubs that operate like jigger regularly, like every Saturday, Friday, Saturday,
Well, you
Sunday.
can operate and have dance floors. I think
But there are dance floors. I don't know dance floors are at LA Lounge.
you when I mean dance floors, only dance floors.
But you still
No
have
tables.
But see, but that's why it depends. Now it depends to how the club is structured.
Tables is
And that's why-
only. Let me tell you, tables only benefit the promoters. They do not benefit the people going to the party. Do you agree with me or not?
I agree.
Exactly. So if we are doing things
can't
that
benefit
don't add
people
value to
with
the
the-
customers, don't you think we're doing something
But that's
wrong?
why there
How
are
does-
levels
how
to
does having a
customers
tape-
too.
Huh?
There are some customers that don't want to be in the middle of the dance floor. And there are some customers that just want to have their section and be able to dance in their section with their bottles and everything.
So they don't want to be in the middle. What do they want to be?
They want to
They
be
don't
in their
come to
own
the club.
corner.
Don't come to go and
No,
have
no, no. See,
go and have a private
I think
event.
the
Go
thing
and have
has changed over time, especially like if you're coming from like within the African community or
Wait,
just
what
the
do you mean
black
they don't want?
community.
So are you saying like
See, even as men, there's that sense of it, like if it boosts your ego, or should I say within social status or whatever. Like
the problem? That's you're saying exactly what the girl
that's
said.
what
So
I'm saying.
we're
See,
operating in an ego environment.
but
Now
that's
what it
also
becomes.
the club owner responding to the market. Do you know what I'm trying to say? There are some people that have money and want to spend, and as they're spending, they don't want to be on the dance floor. And at the same time, there are people that just want to be £20 entry and dance throughout the night.
Yeah.
And I'll say LA Lounge is a good example because you can still dance on the dance floor and still have your section for people that have tables. And it makes money for the club owner and the promoter, not the stakeholders involved. So they'll have to accommodate that. And at the same time, they are pleasing two people. And see,
Do you think that is a good system for the overall quality of the club night?
I think it's good as far as it's managed properly. Because at the end of the day, these are businesses. These are what, you know, the owners are going to feed themselves from. So they have to maximize and optimize how much they use their assets. So if you have a building and you know that you're going to have your market, like a big segment, like a market that is going to spend thousands just to have a section and bring drinks, then good for that. And see, there was even a point where, that's why you have some clubs where there will be a section where it's only like dance floor, and then you have a private room where it's only tables.
I fuck with that system.
Yeah,
then,
I
like,
mean, yeah,
if you want
yeah.
that kind of thing, then it's fine. Then I like that system a lot. Like that's what I want. Like because when you have a section, when you have a and this is why I fuck with my piano parties a lot. Like when you have a dance floor that is not sectionalized. There's something that just unites the room. Like everybody.
But see, at the same time now,
Then we're focusing on the DJ. We're not looking at any table. Like it just feels much better. I don't know. Like it feels so much better than you see some people are in this table, some people are not in this table. Then the girls too are conflicted. Should I go and fuck with the boys in that table?
that's what I'm trying to say.
Or should I-
Like, some
then-
girls will not like it too, because some
Yeah.
guys will go to clubs just to find ballers. And you won't find
Exactly.
your ballers on the dance floor.
Exactly.
Really?
So clubs are now become glorified hookup spots instead of
Oh my god, funny enough, before coming here, I was watching a video.
about that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Timmy Stone and
Yeah.
funny enough,
I saw it, I
and
saw
they
the
were
video.
talking about
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
And I was like, it's true. It's actually true.
So that's are we going to operate clubs? Because what's the aim of a club? Is it to be a hookup spot or is it to be a place that people
the aim
come
of
to
a
have
club
fun?
is
And
for
I'm
the
telling you,
promoter to
even-
make money. It's for the promoter the club owner to make money. That's
There's-
it.
there's
And
no-
that's the days about the money. Yes, because
I like the businesswoman side of
no,
you, but
see, but like
customer
if-
is see, you're
customer
gonna
is
make
the-
money when the customer is satisfied. Let me tell you.
But that's why now they're segmented into two ways. You're satisfying the customer.
You're not
that
satisfied.
wants that.
I'm telling you that I've been on both sides. I've been on the table side and I've been on the you've been with the club with me a couple times. I've been on the table side and I've been on the normal dancing
dance floor
section
side,
side.
yeah.
I've been broke in the club, I've been rich in the club.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it is especially as a guy. because the girls have a different experience to us guys in the club. As a guy, even when I'm in the table section,
Yeah.
it doesn't feel good.
Why?
I'm not having fun. Because let me tell you what happens. If I want to dance, I can't leave the table. If I leave the table, all the drinks I bought for showcase, what will happen to it?
Dance.
Exactly. And then if I have guys in this, I can't bring them to the.
But that's why I said
It is very.
First of all, yeah, it is very well.
The only thing is good for when I have a table is girls.
It's girls. Okay.
What happens when I become a married man?
You don't go to clubs. You don't go to clubs. Or you go to a club with a table and you're taking your wife there and you're together. Okay, so you're not looking for girls down there.
I guess we just disagree on
But
it.
no, I don't think so. I think that by it being fragmented, segmented, whatever, it feeds both. Like it makes both parties happy. I don't know if I'm making sense.
And I disagree with you. I think it doesn't make any party happy in the long run.
It does. And
see,
that's why I said there are levels to club. If you know you just want to dance, go to the clubs in Shoreditch. If you know you want to be doing big,
but they don't play Afrobeats. That's the problem.
It depends.
I would even like be happy if we had like what you said. Maybe we had some Afrobeat clubs that operated like that.
Yeah.
But we had some Afrobeat clubs that were table.
I think Coco Kyo is very like. Isn't it?
It's not. They have tables around everywhere.
You have not been.
Rocco, tell them about Coco Kyo and the table with £500 table in December. So, like everywhere is table.
Okay,
in fact, you know what was so annoying?
What?
Because they wanted to make so much money, and I'm sorry, Coco Kyo, if you see this, but because they wanted to make so much money, upstairs that is not even part of the club, yeah. There's one small bar there that's
they sent
just
people
a bar.
on the dance floor to go upstairs.
They made tables there.
Oh really?
£500 tables there, just because of how table culture wants to kill us. What Rico say in the chat? That.
Why are you reading it?
That table was annoying. Exactly. Like they made tables upstairs that were not part of the club.
Yeah, but
how am I going to have fun? Imagine I spent £500. I'll not pay to be in a room or the people I came who were just looking at ourselves.
But if you're not happy about
because
it,
we have money,
we cannot. Normally they communicate that.
And they told us that we couldn't change our table. That all the tables downstairs were sold.
Then why did you pay for it?
We didn't know. We just show you the position of the table when you're paying for it.
Sometimes, like if
they didn't now.
See, this thing is like I think.
So table culture is killing our people, and table culture is killing the club environment. And I've been doing parties I've been a club promoter when I was 15 years. I used to club promote in the club in front of Roadrunners in front of Unilag, and it's something I've noticed every time. Every time I go for a party that there's no tables and a party that there's tables, the difference is always clear. I'm telling you, go for Amapiano, and you're saying fine, they're Amapiano events. You can call them that. Yeah. But I've also been to Amapiano club nights. Xavier has done a few Amapiano club nights and it's always a different vibe.
It's a club night. One club. It's still an event.
It's still an event. You're saying you cannot run a business sustainably like that.
Just like that, no.
Maybe.
At the end of the day, as you said, that's the key word.
Someone should prove us wrong. One of these club promoters. Try it.
First of all, that's what I'd say. It will depend on the individual and what you consider as fun.
Yeah.
Some men, right? They get to their, or maybe as you're young.
Yeah.
I don't think maybe. Table culture might not fascinate you, so what you care about is all about the dance floor. So you go to clubs where you know you're all dancing. But now, as you grow up,
it depends on your objective.
But that's
what I'm saying. As I'm young, but wait, do you know why table culture fascinates the older guys? Because they're there to pick up chicks.
But see, I think it depends.
They're there to pick up chicks.
But that's what I said. It depends.
If your goal is picking up chicks, if you want to turn
it depends on your own. And it depends why you're going to the club too. If you know you're going to a club because you want to show your status and you want your ego to be fed, you're going to go to those clubs where.
Why is the club a place for that? Go to Harrods, go and show your status.
That's a story
go
for
to
we'll have to get into sociology, but I feel like if it works for them, that's
it's getting
that's why I said there are levels to it.
Let me tell you one more important point, especially in London, and why this thing is so important. In London, where we are, how many, apart from the clubs and nightlife and events and Afrobeats events, how many African only spaces do we have?
African only.
Where Africans can meet and network.
Are you talking about clubs?
Apart from clubs.
Spaces. It depends. They have to organize events to do that.
Events is the only places African. So
Oh,
as
networking
Africans, yes,
events.
no, networking events. But even that's what I'm trying to say. A club is the only recurrent space, like something that happens every time, that Africans can come and feel African. Africans can come and feel part of the community.
Or events.
If wait, I'm telling you, like when I came to this country, I'm an immigrant. In case for some of you that didn't know, when I came, I mean, if my accent wasn't giving it up already. When I came to this country, I went to an all-white school. I lived in central London, so I didn't know a lot of black people.
Yeah.
And for my first 6 months, it was just I saw Igbo every day. Caucasians, as we call them, as they call them.
Oh good.
Like it was just Igbo I was seeing every day. Then I met my cousin Andy. And Andy took me to LA Lounge. That's when I met Smith. I met everybody. And the happiness I felt. Do you understand? Like after being out of Lagos for 6 months.
Yeah.
And seeing African people.
Yeah.
But then that happiness quickly faded away.
Why?
When I realized that to keep coming back to this place. Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm trying to say. Like, if we truly say we are African and we're trying to build community, clubs is one of the most important places that, at least for now, that we have. I'm telling you that we have.
Clubs.
Yes, it is. And it was the function of clubs back in the day. Back in the day when Africans used to run disco clubs. In fact, before Afrobeats was a thing and everything. Did you watch the Afrobeats documentary?
On Netflix.
Yeah, the one on Netflix. That was the original point of club for Africans to meet and network.
Nigeria.
Even here in London.
Okay, yes, fine. But listen, society changes. People's needs change.
Laurie, the business lady.
Listen, that my one is like, if you still wanted to go there, it's not for you to pay £20 entry and go in.
But it's not just £20 entry.
No, and you see your people there. It's all about networking. Like, even if you don't have a table, there are still so many people that don't go in.
It's not just the £20.
No, listen. If a club is the way for you to network and connect with people, you can still do that. It's expensive, £20 to get in.
But networking, you can't network with £20. You network with bottles. You network with ladies. Because it has become a status thing. So
exactly, it has become a status thing. So you either package yourself. It's not about packaging. I'm going to tell you.
This is what I'm saying.
But that is the game. Especially, oh my God, especially in Lagos. Don't you know that people succeed by packaging there?
Yeah, it's so.
Exactly. So you don't listen. This is society for you now. This is society. If you even have the leverage and the luxury to get into a club where in the same building you have ballers.
So Africans that come to and you know a lot of these Africans that come are struggling. They're students.
Yeah.
They come.
Okay. Yeah.
Because they don't have money now, they can't meet other Africans.
They can be.
Because they don't have money, they can't. They're not allowed to meet other Africans.
But how? Why? How are you coming here? If you come here because of your studies, right?
Because of your studies.
No. Because of your studies as an international student.
Yeah.
They have unions.
Which unions?
They have ACS. They have different unions where you can be meeting people. Exactly. So they can't tell me
they sound good in theory, but I'm telling you, none of them work because most of these schools are already 90-95% white. So even the unions just be like you and two other three people.
No, it depends what union you go to. But my point is, there are ways you can meet people. We even live in a globalized world where it's really easy to like meet people, not even physically, like online, and then eventually you meet each other. Like it's all about how intentional you want to be about your networking, where you place yourself. Yeah. Like where you want like.
So you believe club is fine now? You're happy with the way London clubs are run?
I mean, improvements can be made.
They are lovely for you.
They're not.
You enjoy your night.
To be fair, when I go to clubs, right, I've never, because I think even before I became 18, like I was already like
in the nightlife.
Made events. So like where all the clubs I've gone to is always been through Smith or anything. Or maybe if I've gone somewhere else, like I've built a network already, like a connection there. So I've never really felt. You get that way,
what?
Like or maybe felt like they're on a table. I want to be on a table, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, a girl is different from the girl.
Listen, why do people say that? No, what? How?
Yeah, it's different for a girl.
See, this is a story for another day.
Female privilege.
That's actually true. That's true, but no, that's true. But I'd also
Thank you, Rocco.
No, but I also think
Thank you.
I also think it was the Smith. It was definitely the Smith exposure too. It was the Smith exposure too because there's so many girls that go there just to be on the dance floor, as you said.
Okay.
I
mean, yeah. So
see, it just depends.
If you like the way clubs are run, it's fine. I prefer clubs to be run I think clubs can be run much better than this. I think parties can be much more fun than the way they are now.
I think
I think Amapiano community is doing a very good job of it.
But see,
I'll carry you for piano people.
See,
Focalistics launch party.
Anthony,
Yes.
I want to go, so
Okay,
better hold on to that.
we'll go.
Anthony, but you see, that's your own perspective.
Yeah, it's my own
That's your own
perspective.
definition of fun. And there are so many people that love how.
Fine. Let's move on. We've been on this for a while. Let's bond now. Let's listen to. I know we're even going to disagree about this, but let's listen to the new Abracadabra remix snippet with Wizkid and
Wait, are you Yoruba? You're not Yoruba. You're from this state.
I'm not Yoruba. Ruko is Yoruba.
I didn't know. I
can link you up with Ruko.
Rexy meant. You mentioned that on Rexy, right?
Yes, that Rexy, yeah.
I know. I mean, it's such a huge hookup line.
So Abracadabra just hit number 1 on top 100 Nigerian Apple Music charts. The song has been going very viral because of the line Abikimpe Rexy that you're talking about.
I like it.
And like Naira Marley totally
very
murdered the song. And Wizkid saw the song and posted it on his story. Said he liked the song a lot and posted the line Abikimpe Rexy. And then immediately after that, as a sharp guy, Rexy Kuku called him and quickly organized the studio session for the remix.
Yep.
So Rexy now released a version of this remix online. We're just gonna check it out now and let's see what we think about it. Spoiler, I've already heard a bit of it before, but again, I react for it. Let's play it again for those that have not heard it.
Fine girls for my bed, and you know oil in my head. 10 girls for my bed, all of them naked undressed. We know with the ball like this. We know with the spend like this. And the money pass me. Star boy with the ball pass me. I be king pay
Wheezy,
my person. Honors baba, don't test me. If you try, I'm gonna wash out more. If you keep poke. When they let the money talk. Girls with the twerk. When we enter, we pop. Hello. Big with my
Headphones are on fire.
What?
Headphones are on fire. But to be honest,
Sorry.
Anyway, yeah.
Well, what do you want to say?
Yeah, nothing. What do you think about?
I mean, I think it's fire. I think the song is fire. I think Wizkid did very well on the remix. Yeah, I like the fact that he used the Abikimpe Wheezy.
Yeah, I like the fact that he
that was a very Naira Marley on this track, bro. It was fire, man. Like the original song was already very
That's
good.
what I'm saying.
So I'm glad that he did. Sorry,
No.
I'm glad that he didn't change the formula. He just came, did like follow the way the song was already going, and then like he didn't change anything. You don't need to fix what is not broken.
No, it didn't need fixing at all.
Exactly.
But personally, I don't think it was great. Like,
Ah.
I don't think he's. I heard it and I was like, why is his voice like that?
Ah.
I feel like it doesn't sync with the flow of the song.
How?
Obviously, because the song is really good.
Mm-hmm.
It's a vibe still.
Yeah.
And because it's Wizkid, people are still going to hype it.
Yeah.
Like, I think when I saw this video and I went through the comments, because I didn't want to be the only one that I was like.
So what were the comments saying when you went?
Obviously, people were hyping it, but they were like.
Let's see some of the comments.
So someone was like, this song no.
See,
It's like,
wait,
let's go talk. Say this
let's
thing
read
no
the comments.
or something like that. But
I hear what she's saying. It doesn't really give Wizkid though.
She gets like
Yeah.
I felt like much more could have been done.
This guy said, "What was my blood waffling about?"
But I know because it's
He
Wizkid.
said a jam burner. I'm sure you support this person. A jam burner would have ate effortlessly. What is this?
Davido as well. I feel like Burna and Davido are great. Like when
Yeah.
it comes to remixes, they're great.
All I'm
But
hearing
like I said-
all I'm hearing right now.
Why that? Who's that?
Oh, but the wala. Oh, but people are just the main song "Sweet Pass." So people don't really like. People are not feeling the.
Because this is Twitter, right?
Yeah, this is Twitter.
I like Twitter because people are real on Twitter. They can be harsh about it, but
I feel like people are negative on Twitter.
they're negative, yes, but like if you can see the huge discrepancy between like how.
That's Steve Harvey one.
Of course, Burna would have created this job. Cute. But I mean, it's okay. Because Abracadabra, the song itself was a banger. Like,
Yeah.
I prefer Normani's verse.
It's always hard to,
100%.
it's always hard to jump on a song that's already very, very good. But like, some people have done it very well. Burna Boy and Davido are very. See Davido and
It's not
Champion.
hard. Do you know
Davido and K-Star. It goes down when my
That's what I'm
disconnect.
saying. Sometimes people find out about the remix before they find out about the actual song first.
Yes.
That tells you how good a remix is. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So
I mean, that verse sounded like a freestyle. To just let me try and defend Wizkid small, since everybody's bashing him. But that song, it's the verse sounded like a freestyle. I'll not lie. Like I said before, I didn't want him to. I don't see what he could have done better. Maybe his energy could have been higher. Maybe he could have sang. He could have sang more. I don't know, but
I don't know. I feel like no, there's just something about it. Like
yeah, just let's wait for the song to come out.
I'm
Let's
saying,
let's see. Maybe Rexy will add some Maggie
I don't
and
know,
spice and curry to it, and then it will. Well, yeah. Let me know what you guys think about it in the chat. Speaking of Wizkid though, I had a video I wanted to show Laurie. First of all, Laurie, what do you think about the new MLA album, More Love Less Ego album?
I think it's just there.
It's just there.
It's very monotone.
It's very monotone. Yeah, I DJ, so it's important to hear from you about this.
I
Do
like
you play?
the song,
Are there any songs that you play in the club from the album?
the one with that wow one.
Oh wow, yeah.
The one with Ira Star.
Okay.
The other ones, they're just very like, it's just the same.
And I don't like the one
same
with Ira Star, you know.
thing. I like it.
I don't like that. There's a thing that.
Why? No, I actually like that song.
Yeah.
I like that song, and I like the one with Naira Marley as Captain. That's it.
Okay. So
That's it.
those are only two songs you
It's
play in
not
the club.
that I like that I'll go out of my way to play. The other ones, they're just like, it feels like it's the same thing.
How many times have you listened to it?
I don't even think I've taken my time to listen to the whole album. I think I did it once just because as per protocol.
Yeah.
I mean, as a DJ, you know, you're just supposed to do that. But
Like you and Rupo agree on a lot. They said the jam with Era is good.
Rupo, we need to discuss.
Rupo is my last guest,
music
by the way.
entertainment.
The guest that came last week.
So the guy that likes Burna Boy too.
Yeah, it's the one that likes Burna Boy.
Thank you. Can you imagine how can you tell me that we? Anyways,
I'm a Wizkid stan, you know, so maybe I'm a bit biased. But the Wizkid album, I think, is very good. And I saw something that that agrees with me here. So let me just share my screen so you guys can see.
But bro, I love Burna, but I skipped a couple tracks on his album. I love Ashake.
Tell him.
I skipped a couple tracks on his album, especially the one with Ross. I didn't like that song at all. You get what I'm saying? I like Black Sharif. I skipped a couple tracks. Sarkodie. I skipped tracks. So many. But that Wizkid album, I did not skip one track, bro.
where's this guy from? Huh?
Where's he from?
Yeah. First of all,
Wait, let's finish to watch the video to the end now before you
it's
run.
not done.
It's not done.
We have
Because
nothing else.
you were enjoying the music, or you just wanted to hear what, because it's a new sound.
Bro, I think that album is immaculate.
Ruko said yes, don't call Rex,
When
call
you're
me.
talking about sonically, yeah, when you listen to that album, yeah, for people that are watching this and listening to this, just close your eyes and listen to that album, yeah.
Close
With
your
a
eyes.
Good headphone in your ear.
Listen with your third
Bro.
eye.
It's a good album.
Well produced body of work.
Beautiful.
It is.
You got what I'm
The
saying?
production is top notch. That one I
he's
won't
not trying to
dispute
do
it.
too much.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
He's not trying to do too, because if you
Why
think
be
that's
so-
That's the
Why
thing.
be
But that's my
so-
problem. He's not trying to do too much because he knows he has such a loyal fan base. I think that's what I have a problem with.
But-
it feels like there's no energy. Like it's just the same old.
But it's the type of music is singing. So people, Nigerians say this thing a lot that there's no energy. For example, have you listened to a trying to think of an artist now that sings soulfully. Even Thames.
But that's great.
We used to there's no energy in Thames songs.
No.
Exactly, but it's type of songs like
Listen, no.
finally, like
No,
when she
but
sings
even
we used to there's no energy in that song.
What even with Thames, what she sings, it's in sync with her voice and her whole.
So you're saying
vibe.
Wizkid is not in sync.
Wizkid is
I think what
the same old
I think
thing,
what's happening
there's
to a lot of
nothing
you guys.
meaningful
And
to it.
see what was happening with a lot of
They were
Wizkid
used
fans.
to
We
old
are used to the
Wizkid.
old Wizkid, and you
No.
don't want to detach the
Listen,
old Wizkid from the
listen,
front.
there's
And
no
I will
way-
stand on, and I will die on that hill.
There's a way you can rebrand yourself, yeah?
Yeah.
In a way in which it's still making sense. Do you get what I'm saying? I won't dispute it. I think what's saving Wizkid
So
is
Wizkid is not making sense.
I think Wizkid has a great team, like a great marketing team. When it comes to productions, production is top notch. But the quality, the music is given out. It's not even about like what's it called, old Wizkid or not.
Yeah.
I'm just not feeling it. Like it's good, like it's good music, objectively speaking, but it's just there. I mean, you can't tell me that that's better than the Burna Boy or anything else.
I won't say it's better than his Love Damini album. Love Damini.
I'm not even comparing the two projects. It's like
It's very hard to compare the two of
Both-
them because they're different sounds. But I don't think people are appreciating the project for what it is. Like, and you said it yourself. You've only listened to it once. That album is not the type of album that you listen to it once and then. It's not an immediate. It's an album that grows on you.
Eventually, yeah.
It's an album that grows on you. It's an album that you need to really be in the mood
But
to
that's
listen
with
to.
all albums.
Exactly.
Even with my Burna Boy albums, like I'll have to listen to.
We're talking about Fireboy and Rema Compromise, for example. Before you're like, people are not feeling
Yeah.
that. But it's the same thing you're talking about that applies to Wizkid. Why do you think people are not feeling that song? Because that song is a very different sound. That Compromise is a very different sound to what we are used to from Fireboy to what we are used to from Rema. So people are like, I remember when the song came out. Did you check Twitter when the song came out?
No.
People were trashing it.
I don't know. This album wasn't received. No, great.
Fireboy's album.
Yeah, this last one.
It wasn't, but the album was very good.
I love the album.
Exactly.
But I didn't think it was his best, but I liked the album.
Yeah.
But with this Wizkid thing, see, you can't.
Fireboy will never top his first album. I don't think he'll ever top that album.
That
Playboy.
Bombs or whatever.
Laughter tears and
that
jealous, all those songs, Kings, all those songs. I don't think he'll ever top it. It's too hard.
See, I won't change my perspective. I feel like it's very monotone. I feel like
you're very stubborn.
And it's not even a matter of old Wiz not adapting because I think I challenge myself to be more open-minded when it comes to music. Do you get? And detaching myself from the artist itself.
Yes.
But I just feel like it's not great.
You challenge yourself, but I think you can still work on that better.
I'm just going to say it for a fact. It's just fact. That's it.
You heard it here first. So yeah, I think that's all we wanted to get into today. There's a Bella Shmurda video that we could watch. I don't know. Okay, let's watch it. Let's actually watch it. Let's watch it. There's one more Bella Shmurda video. Okay, but I'm mindful of time because Loriana needs to get home tonight. Well, let's just watch it. It's a very short video. But
did you say Loriana? It's Lorena.
Anthony. I called it. It was a joke, like Loriana, Tatiana.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah. So I know your name. Come on.
Please.
So the video is from Bella Shmurda. It was on an interview. Have you noticed with Nigerians are having a lot of more podcasts?
Podcasts and interviews. I saw a comment on.
It's very funny.
I watched it.
You watched the video?
EFCC.
Yes, yeah.
I died.
Let's play it for the people that have not watched. It's so funny.
This video is so funny.
Still with my friend Lati. Yeah, Lati. Moyawolowo Lati. So I borrowed money from Lati. I go and buy Lapi. So I also for 6 months I didn't get money.
Stop.
So you are getting. So you are getting. I felt God was telling me
after he.
You need to focus on this thing you're doing.
That's Vision 2022.
Even when I never buy Lapi, I collect small $100, $200. But when I come buy big Lapi, where are the boys? Nothing come out. You know? Then with the pain, I just get small studio sessions.
It's very funny. Realize very funny.
And before I knew it, bounce, it enter.
Which one be that one? Who you think we enter?
I was like, Muyawolowo Lati, Agualaba, Agbaelapi. At the same time, when this thing happen, almost 10 tell me say she don't get belle.
I
my girlfriend did that time.
You don't get belle.
Say don't go get belle.
Oh, she get belle.
Where I no get ass. You want suffer the picking.
So what did happen to the pikin? Oh. Okay.
See with stay.
This is so funny. This is actually so funny. So funny. It's like how unbothered he's speaking, the way he's chewing. It's such a mood. Such a mood.
Is that what happened to the beginning? Till we stay.
So he couldn't have put it.
What do you think happened to the child?
Abortion now.
Jesus.
Of course, like abortion.
Jesus
sadly.
is Lord.
That anyway. What now?
Wow.
Is
abortion legal in Nigeria?
I don't actually know.
I actually don't know, to be honest.
Well, so many people do abortion.
Yeah.
How to get abortion.
I mean, you don't have to tell me.
Oh my god. That's really crazy. But they do it in like very what's the word? In like primitive ways, like by swallowing things that would harm the fetus, the womb and stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy. Nigeria is very behind on contraceptives.
Yeah.
But man, like, people were talking about the fact that like why would Bella cast himself like that on a podcast and stuff like that.
I think it was a bit too much.
It was a bit too much information. Yeah.
Especially with the whole fact that he basically exposed himself, saying that he was getting himself involved
and stuff like that. I mean, bro, it's not as if we're talking about crime in Nigeria,
that's a story for now.
Exactly. So if it's about crime, there are Yahoo boys that are popular on Instagram. Our politicians are all stealing money.
True.
So I don't know why people are acting like it's America. People see things that they complain about in America and they'll come and complain about it in Nigeria, thinking, oh, it's the same society we live in. No, we do not live in the same society. Nigeria is a lawless society. Everybody, I've been to Lekki, every house you see, they are doing Yahoo inside. If it's not Yahoo, there is a house full of prostitutes that do hook up. So what are we forming like is there's a street called Allen Avenue. Prostitution is illegal in Nigeria. But there's a street called Allen Avenue in Nigeria that indicates that you see prostitutes lined up on the road. So what are we talking about in Nigeria? So like people just like to complain. Anyway, vote Peter Obi abeg in this coming election so that we can have a lawful country. No, I'm saying that
Labour Party for life.
So yeah, let's round up. We're going to talk about the upcoming shows coming up recently. Wizkid's Tottenham show. I hope you guys have gotten tickets for Wizkid Tottenham show. Let's sell out. It's beside my house here. So guys, official after party at my crib. So I'm gonna put a big sign in front of my house. I'll hire security. Only the baddest bitches. DJ Laurie is gonna be on deck. So it's just a 2-minute. Let me not expose the location of my house. But it's not far from the stadium. Let me just show you guys the poster. Sorry.
When is it?
Yeah.
June, right?
Tickets now say 29th of July.
Right.
Will you be in the country? You don't know yet.
A lot goes on.
I would love to have you in summer. Yeah, summer is a crazy time.
Yeah, it's a good time to be in London in summer. Yeah. That's the only time I'll give it to London. Yeah. If you ever want to come to
London is very
that
good.
July, August.
You know, Bonus Stadium concert is 2 days after London Stadium. That
one I won't miss.
Those 3-4 days.
Would you know that?
What?
I don't know if I'm a fan of like such
big concerts.
Yeah.
It depends on how.
Unless if I'm going as a guest. If I'm working behind the scenes, great. But if I'm going as a guest, I hate it.
I hate going as a guest too. Especially when you've gone as behind. Like
it's like
it's very hard to go back.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of concerts too. I won't lie. Yeah. But I like history. I like to witness history.
So you want to be part of it as well.
Like for example, when the Wizkid did the 3-day O2, when I was in the crowd, I felt like I was part of history.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. So this kind of first stadium tour, I would like to be there.
Great. Yeah, but
do you understand?
It's still like.
Cause that energy, you don't want them to describe it to you.
I know.
Like see when people talk about Afro Nation, the first Afro Nation that happened. Yeah. Like I wasn't there, but and when people describe it to me, like it's always like it was a fucking movie. Yeah. Do you understand? So like I don't like missing history, but generally I agree with you. I don't really like going for concerts.
But obviously because it's the first time, both for Burner and Wiz.
I'll go for both of them.
It'll be great. But aside that.
Well, in recent parties, we have our man DJ So Good. Shout out to DJ So Good. Sure. Let me give him a shout. Shout out to DJ So Good. We're gonna come for your party this coming Friday, 3rd of February at Proud Bullion Bar. EC23.
EC23.
Yeah, it's gonna have DJ Andy Moore, DJ Snare, DJ Untouchable, DJ Saka. No DJ Laurie on the list. DJ So Good.
I am going to go to that event.
DJ So Good. You need to fix this.
Uninvited. There's no female
There's no female DJ on the list. DJ So Good.
DJ, but it's fine. I'll go there and I'll take over regardless. It's okay. Okay,
so apart from that, we also have the Focalistic album launch party. Almost sold out, guys. You guys should go check it out. Is what's the date? 10th of February. Hold on, let me so my people can see. 10th of February, pianopeople.club. Go get your tickets. Speaking of my piano parties, like you guys don't want to miss it. Like it's a completely different vibe from your Afrobeats standing around table section party. So you guys check it out.
Everyone is vibing. But that's why the South African culture is different.
Yeah, it's different. It's different. I know it's. And Nigerian
Nigerians
culture is
are-
one
yeah,
of
it's
ego,
really
is one of
different,
status.
like,
But
yeah, so-
I don't. I'm not a fan of that culture. I won't lie. Like personally, I do not like the. And we share almost Black Americans are very similar with us in that regard.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like a culture based around consumerism, based around how much you can buy. Like,
that's true.
I like a culture based around character of people and not how much
That's
you
true.
have in your pockets. But yeah, it is what it is. You don't change this, and I think the promoters, what you said in the beginning, is actually one of the points you raised that I actually can't agree. The promoters are just going to give the people what they want that will make them the most money, and they see that Nigerians like to buy their bottles and like their tables. So even funny enough, even when we go for our piano parties, Nigerians will still buy tables and buy bottles and stay in one section while the South Africans are doing their own thing on the side. So maybe it's just us at the end of the day and how we like to do things. But yeah, thank you, Laurie, for coming to my show. It was a great time. It was good having you. Where can we find you? And how was your experience on the show?
It was great. I always get excited when I talk about stuff like that. It's like exciting. It's great what you're doing. Keep it up.
Thanks.
I mean, I hope you invite me again.
Sure.
But yeah, you can find me on Instagram at Lorioba, LORYOB.
Okay.
And expect more from me.
Yeah, she's also a DJ in London. Follow her on Instagram to see her shows and
In London, yeah, but international.
International.
I played at Dubai.
She's not London based, but she can play everywhere.
She gets London based.
She can play every fucking where.
Yeah.
So done the market for you on that one. And so thank you for coming for our show. And again, guys, you know where to find me. Chief of Lagos on Instagram, on all socials. Chief of Lagos on YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Like the video if you like what you see, and make sure to spread it across different channels. Thank you again, Laurie, and see you guys next time.
Hey, just us. This headphone.